Alright. So I want you all to imagine waking up every single day just feeling awesome, having the motivation and the energy to be productive, get everything you need done in the day. I know you're probably thinking it's not possible to feel like that, but I assure you there is a possibility and there is a solution. So today I would like to open your minds up to the idea of food supplementation and urge you to come by my store and purchase supplements. And I know you're probably thinking supplementation is unneeded, it's extra, it's unnecessary, I'm not a bodybuilder, I don't exercise regularly, it's costly, but if you be mindful and give me a little bit of your time, I'll show you that it is more than just fitness, nutrition, and it can be affordable. And especially, I've been in the business for many years now. I've taken every supplement known to man, A to Z. I've spent so much money on all this stuff, so I know the risks and the benefits when it comes to taking these products. So the 3 points I'm going to hit on today will be the benefits of supplementation, what sets our store apart from other stores, as well as some of the products that we offer that I believe would help you in everyday life. So, first point is supplementation has various benefits. Many Americans struggle with their dietary habits, getting enough fruits, vegetables, and vitamins and nutrients, and supplementation can be a great filler and cover up all the stuff that you're missing. And many young people ignore the health effects that it has because it's really easy to go to fast food places, it's convenient, ramen is very cheap. And so this does set a stage for disease and defect later on in life. It'll set you up for things like hypertension, cardiovascular disease, kidney failure, pellagra, and especially cancer. And while most people think cancer is mostly genetics, it is actually only 5% of all cases of cancer related to genetics, according to Smith and Colleen, the authors of My Nutrition 100 textbook. They say that 30 to 40% is directly related to poor dietary habits. And while correcting your diet will be the best way to counteract this, there's many limitations on this. And so supplementation can be a great way to make sure you get those key vitamins and minerals. And Smith and Colleen also state that the synthetic forms found in a lot of these supplements are just as effective, if not more effective, than the sources you get from food. So now that you know some of the benefits of supplementation, I would like to tell you what sets us apart from the competition in the other nutrition shops in the area. So our 3 big things is that everything we sell in the store is GMP certified. It is made in FDA-approved facilities here in the U.S., so not outsourced, as well as third-party tested. GMP stands for Good Manufacturing Practices, and it's kind of a blanket sweep of the other 2 because, first off, this certification costs a lot of money. These companies have to pay to have the FDA come out and approve their manufacturing processes, the handling, storage, maintenance, etc. of all their products, as well as make sure that the claims and the ingredients on the labels are 100% valid. And this is really important because as Cheryl Luther, the manager of dietary supplement programs, NSF International, in her 2016 article, The Need for Third-Party Certification, states that over 100 supplement companies in the 18 months prior had been involved in lawsuits, both criminal and civil, for having false claims on their products as well as ingredients that were not listed. And a lot of these big name companies, 2 of the top ones, BSN and Optimum Nutrition, found rampantly in nutrition shops here in the area were of these lawsuits. And luckily in our store, as you can see, everything is uniform. We only sell what we believe in, and you will not find any of these products in our store. And so now that you have heard why our store is better than the other nutrition shops in the area, I'll let you show you some products that I feel would benefit you any lifestyle. The first one we have, and arguably the most important, whey protein. So in an article published in June 2017 in Medical News Today, citing various studies and journals, whey protein in supplement form actually contributes to lowering blood pressure, risk of cardiovascular disease, cholesterol, it improves immune response, as well as has anti-cancer properties. And plus this protein, it's a great quality. As you can see, there's no sugar added. It is gluten-free, it's sweetened with sucralose and stevia. And it is very clean. And for all of you coffee drinkers out there, you're seeing this right. This is a Cafe Series Pumpkin Spice for the basic season. It has all the same benefits as the last protein, but with an extra 100 milligrams of caffeine. So to replace that cup of coffee that you don't get much benefit from. So the next product I would recommend would be our fruits and greens supplement. So juicing is a very expensive habit, but a lot of people are trying to get as much fruits and vegetables in their diets as they can. But first off, it's very costly buying all that produce. It is very difficult to consume all that. And so this is a very cost-effective way to make sure you get all those key phytochemicals, nutrients, and minerals from your diet. It comes with over 40 superfoods, antioxidants, immune boosters, as well as pre and probiotics. And according to a 2007 article published by multiple authors in the British Journal of Nutrition, probiotics are actually recommended for nourishment of florobacteria in the colon, which promotes a healthier well-being, and it'll help you absorb those nutrients and minerals from your food as well as in the supplement. The next one, the last one, is for the ladies. Hair, skin, and nails. I know it's important. And so this product is designed to strengthen and thicken the hair and nails as well as improve the appearance and quality of the skin and reduce wrinkles. It works through ingredients like biotin, a proven hair and nail strengthening nutrient, as well as collagen and MSM containing sulfur, which actually promotes the internal production of more collagen and keratin, which will help even more strengthen your hair and nails. And according to Understanding Collagen's Benefits, an article from Gale Database published in 2013, studies show that collagen reduces skin dryness and the appearance of wrinkles after prolonged use visibly. So to summarize, I've mentioned the benefits of supplementation, why you should come to my store versus other stores, as well as some products that I feel would interest you guys. And I really want to help as many people as possible, so I urge you to come out to my store. I will set you up with a diet plan, come hang out. We have music, cornhole. One thing that sets us apart as well is the fact that we let everybody taste everything before they buy it. So if you're uneasy on taste, come by, try a free sample. And I brought some samples for you guys. As you can see, we have apparel you can buy. And so the last thing I want to leave you guys with is never underestimate your potential, because with the right tools, anyone can be alpha. Thank you.
What comes to mind when you see this? Hopefully it brings to mind images of sex ed. How many of you are Knox County school students, or were Knox County school students? All right, well, since 2011, there's been a law in place for Knox County that only Knox County Schools staff and health department personnel can teach Knox County sex ed. The current sex educator is a former youth leader hired out of a Christian abstinence-based sex ed organization. Today, I'm here to convince you that comprehensive sex ed is so much better than abstinence-based sex ed. Comprehensive sex ed is holistic. In the 2013 journal the Phi Beta Kappan, one of the goals of sex ed is to create positive behavioral change within the context of sexual health. The opposing viewpoint to teaching children about comprehensive sex education is that if you teach kids about sex, then they're going to feel inclined to engage in risky behaviors. But this is not the case. According to the CDC in 2010, research shows that well-designed and well-implemented HIV and STD prevention programs can decrease sexual risk behaviors among students. I'm passionate about this because I was in a peer sex education program during my time in high school. They taught us factual information about reproductive health and taught us decision-making skills, which we then took to our peers and helped them learn as well. It's been a big influence in my life, and seeing the effects among my classmates inspired me. So I've written several papers on sex ed, and I'm very well researched on the topic. Today I hope to persuade you that two of the benefits of comprehensive sex education are that it provides good education and prevents sexual stigma. First, I'll talk about the kind of education a student can experience with comprehensive sex education. Comprehensive means teaching about all facets of sexuality, not just the physical act. In abstinence-based programs, they focus on the consequences of sex, that STIs are horrible and uncommon and extreme, and that pregnancy shouldn't happen until your marriage. And if you do get pregnant when it's not planned, it's the emotional toll is so great. They also teach about the emotional toll of just having sex outside of marriage in general. While I agree that abstinence is the only 100% effective form of birth control, sex ed programs shouldn't use fear to keep their students away from it. However, furthermore, the policy in Knox County is that if you teach your sex ed with conviction, then you're allowed to teach it. It doesn't necessarily have to be fact-based. Comprehensive sex ed teaches about all of your options before and after sex. It teaches about sexual decision-making so you can know how to make the decision, birth control options, and just general sexual wellness. It leads to a greater understanding of the human body. As a result, comprehensive sex ed leads to lower teen pregnancy rates and lower STI rates. The same 2013 article in the Phi Beta Kappan states that curriculums that focused on learning material gave students increased knowledge, but also a more positive attitude about delaying sexual activity. While fear works for a short time, it's useless when people do finally decide to have sex. Now that I've told you what it consists of, I'll tell you about how it prevents sexual stigma. Comprehensive sex ed seeks to dispel Comprehensive sex ed does not want to discourage or shame any student's sexual behavior. According to a 2013 journal funded by the Gay, Lesbian, and Straight Education Network, 83% of LGBT youth report that they don't receive positive representation of LGBT lifestyles in school. The Knox County Schools educator called heterosexual sex normal sex during my time, and this is pretty consistent with the rest of the United States because only 13 states require discussion of sexual orientation in their sex ed curriculum. With broadly reporting almost half of Generation Z in 2016 identifying as queer in some fashion, this needs to change. Abstinence-only education also inherently assumes that no student has had premarital sex, which is a Christian value and does not necessarily align with all students' beliefs. It also ostracizes students that have already had sex. Can you imagine how you would feel if you asked your doctor a legitimate medical question and he laughed? That's the kind of environment that students can expect in Knox County Schools' sex ed curriculum. To recap, two aspects of comprehensive sexual education make it the right choice for Knox County Schools. It's a quality education that's inclusive and non-judgmental. I wrote a petition in 2014 urging Knox County Schools to repeal legal barriers preventing comprehensive sex education from being taught in schools. I know youths in Knox County are still passionate about it, so I'm sure that in the future another petition may make the rounds. I hope that my speech has encouraged you to sign it. Thank you.